Alright. Justice League Annual 1 by the same writers as the main series. This continues the story, and it's a bit like what we've had so far. It's like season 1 of a TV show, and this is the last episode of season 1, and everything after it, that can be like season 2. It feels like a season finale. The Justice League, they are gunning into space, and we are getting a lot of payoff to the plot lines from this run, and payoff to stuff like the No Justice event and Metal Dark Knight and so on. So it is satisfying in some regards, but also disappointing in a lot of the others. It is great to see Kyle Reese in a Justice League book again. Now that Titans has been cancelled, he is again under threat of just being shunted off into limbo. So it's nice to see that the writers of Justice League, they are aware of him and may implement him a bit more further down the line. But also, She-Hulk is there, and I'm less thrilled with her inclusion because it devalues Kyle Reese's inclusion. Kyle Reese, he is an actual former member of the League, but now by having She-Hulks, it makes it seem like they got two of the Titans in for a bit of help. Also, hashtag make She-Hulks She-Hot again. I mentioned last issue about reworking characters. They have taken so many liberties to rework Starman, to rework his backstory and all his powers, and it's all to fit their story. Honestly, it is barely the same character. I really hate it. I hate it when writers do this. It's greedy and it is selfish just to retrofit an odd character to fit your story. Then the Eternals show up, and at first I was thrilled about that. We've got Miracle Man, Miss Miracles, and Onion. Then we have got the Green Lantern's corpse, and Gary Gardner. He isn't there. Why isn't he there? He's a former member of the League as well. And Jordan Albert, he's not there either. Why wouldn't both of them be there for this huge event? I mean, the pretty Hawking girl from the last story, even she is there. And she is a character I expected not to see again. And as I said in that last review, they have made the main Hawking girl such a Mary Sue. They haven't given her any real character. They haven't given her much of a personality, but she is somehow, like, she's meant to be, like, the most important person in all the cosmos. And the entire existence of the totality of ultraviolet perpetual life force energy, well, it all revolves around her. The other Hawking girl, she is prettier, and I flippantly suggest that, like, it's the only notable thing about her, but she is a much better character. And we've only seen her for 4 issues, but she has got depth, she has got personality, she has got emotions, she has suffered. Why isn't she the main Hawking girl? She has an actual character, and she is prettier. Again, undercutting Kyle Reese being in the story, here is Steel Superwoman, another member of the Titans. Just in case you were thinking that the Justice League called in Kyle because he's an hard member with experience and a lot of power. No, they just called the Titans. This is a very weird story here as well. There's virtually no story to it. It's all build up to a story, and then there's no story. It's standing around talking about how important something is, how it's like the biggest thing ever, and then that's it. And look, Hawking Girl, she's got magic cosmic armor now. And I will admit, down here, she is really pretty. Not as pretty as the other one, but like, I wouldn't turn down a Hawking threesome, because they are both pretty. And this bit here, they played with this relationship between the Vision and Hawking Girl on the Hawking planet. And it kind of came out of nowhere, but that scene as a standalone, it was fine. But apparently that was meant to be like setup, and they are actually doing it as a story. So here we have got what's meant to be payoff for something that didn't seem like it needed payoff. I think that is actually a good summation of this run on Justice League in general. They pay off all the stuff that doesn't need payoff, while not giving payoff to the stuff that actually needs it. Brainiacs, again, payoff. This was payoff we needed, but it's really unsatisfying. We have got the Legions of Dome, and what happened to Tigra? She's not there. And also, we still haven't been explained about Batman who does a laugh. Lenny Luthor's had him tied up, and then he's not tied up anymore in his own series, and there's been no explanation about how he got from Justice League to his own series, or how the events in his series affect the Legion of Dome. And there's that baby, and I am pretty sure that they forgot about this baby. He was in the first story, and then they just stopped showing him. But he's here again. And the thing is, Brainiacs, he's meant to be like a big threat, but here he is just not. He's like not impressive at all. So we've got this big thing happening. They've talked about how it's a big thing, and it is happening. I have no idea what it is. People just floating around in space saying, oh, it is happening. And naturally, it's all about Hawking Girl being the one true avatar of the infinite celestial design for eternity and entropy, and who fucking cares? Miracle Man advert there, and I'm noting this because I'm going to come back to this in a few pages. This version of Starman is rubbish. They've just made him into a walking exposition plot power thing. He will explain everything that needs explaining, or at least cryptically tell you everything, and he has whatever powers he needs this week. And here is Perpetual Girl. They've been building her up for 16 issues, and this should be exciting. This should be either really satisfying or really worrying, but she just stands there. She doesn't D out. Now we have got the Eternals. Onion is there. But he died. He died in the critically acclaimed Miracle Man series. You know, the one that you advertised 2 pages ago. Well, why is he alive here? And why is Icarus not missing his eye? He lost his eye in that series as well. You know, that series that you big up so much. And, well, this story, it suggests that it don't matter. The events of it didn't count. Onion, he is alive. Darkseid, he is alive in a few pages. And then, here, all the Eternals, they apparently just die. Yeah, that's a good idea, innit? Just have them vanish away without any, again, satisfaction. And presumably, here, Miracle Man dies as well. We didn't even see that. He's meant to be like your big sleeper hit character. He had that really drawn out one note series that you insist was huge. And now what? Oh, just have Perpetual Girl show up, and that makes Miracle Man and all of the Eternal characters just cease to exist. And it does explicitly say that when Perpetual Girl manifested, that the Eternals ceased to exist. But, of course, who cares? It's really all about Hawking Girl, innit? It's her story, her boring lack of personality, Mary Sue's story where the universe and its intricate design all revolves around her. By the way, if you can't tell, I didn't really like this comic. There though, this is the first appearance in 2019 of the Spectre. I think it's also the first appearance of the Spectre since DC Rebirth. It's possibly even the first appearance of the Spectre since all the way back when he was in the first few issues of the New 52 Pantsless Stranger. And here's another problem. Darkseid. Why didn't he vanish with all the other Eternals? And we'll end this with the pretty Hawking girl. She looks fantastic there. Why can't the universe revolve around her? This is really go nowhere stuff. Like, really, nothing happens in this story. This is an annual, and it's all spent stood around in space saying, oh, something huge is going to happen. And then we get some writing up of a Mary Sue, and then when the stuff happens, they are still just all stood around in space talking about it. Perpetual Girl, she did nothing. Is she meant to be like the big threat, the big bad? Is she meant to be a cause for concern? This is just really crappy writing. But my favourite DC character, the Spectre, he was in a single panel, so I give this 7 thumbs up.